SAP's ERP, or let's just say ERP in general, stands for Enterprise Resource Planning. And the key word there is enterprise. So think of a software tool that runs an entire enterprise from financials to manufacturing to HR to procurement to service, enterprise-wide. And that's SAP's bread and butter. We've been in the ERP business for 50 years. And there's some stats out there in terms of the most percentage of the Fortune 500 and the most name brands in the company that run on our system. So think about it, ERP, as a system that runs a business for all the features that I talked about there. SAP ERP, the largest in the industry, has been around for 50 years. So think of the things that have happened in the 50 years. So we can go way back to the year 2000, Y2K problems, and what was going to happen to your computer environments then. And then we get the advent of the internet. We get the advent of going to the cloud, and now we're getting to things like around AI. So not just technology is advancing, but customers' expectations are advancing. Customers want to be a customer one. They want immediate service. Companies are changing the way they do business to be, provide a service in addition to a product, and maybe some subscription methods. And just COVID showed that you can't have a rigid environment and a silo of just one supply chain. You need to work in an ecosystem. So as those business requirements change and as those technology enablers change, you need to upgrade your ERP environment to take advantage of those things and going forward. And that's what SAP is doing now with moving from our older legacy system, referred to as ECC, to S/4HANA, and S/4HANA delivered in the cloud. So as we talked about, ERP is enterprise-wide. It runs everything that a company does. And, with the thousands of customers that SAP does it, each company has a unique differentiation, something that differentiates them in the market, why their product is better, why their service is better, or whatever. Each company wants a unique differentiation. Well, those unique differentiations sometimes require a customized process to run their enterprise. So we fully encourage it, and we want companies to be differentiating. And over the history of SAP, a lot of companies have extended the code or customized it, as we say, to add in their special features, their special processes, things that they need to differentiate them and keep them unique in the industry or the way they uniquely run their business. So that's fine. The downside of building these customizations is you put what we call a lot of technical debt on the environment. So imagine extending the core application with these customizations. And then you have to apply maybe a security update. You have to apply a regulatory update, or you want to build a new analytics or new report. You've got all these extra add-ons that need to then be regression tested and move forward and making sure, because I've done these customizations into the core application itself. So it tends to make systems very rigid. We can't change them very much. They're not very flexible because of these customizations and the amount of technical debt that we have to deal with every time we want to change it. So by moving to the cloud with S/4HANA Cloud, we've got a strategy to talk about that and still allow companies to still be unique and differentiating in their business. So, as we talked about with the history of ERP and the history of SAP, everything's been on premise. Everyone basically ran their environment in their building, what they did. So you can do anything you want to it. And customizing, extending it, personalizing was standard practice. Today's trend is to move things to the cloud. And not just move things to the cloud for the infrastructure benefits of it, like getting out of the hardware business, but move things to the cloud to do things to take advantage of cloud technology, to have innovation, to have flexibility, to have nimbleness. And that flexibility and nimbleness is important because we talked about your demands are changing. So what we're finding with customers now is we go back and look at their legacy on-premise environments and all the customizations they did. And the first thing we do is confirm if they still need them. With the evolution of the functionality in SAP, our ERP environment, which we refer to as S/4HANA, with the evolution of it, a lot of those unique features they want are probably built into the box and standard right now. And then some of them, they may not need anymore because they were for a special use case before, but some of them are required. And we still want customers to be unique and differentiating and, in grabbing and keeping their market share they want. So the only difference we're asking customers to do right now is don't do the customizations in the core module of Cloud ERP. Do it in our technology layer that resides under the core ERP. And we refer to that as the BTP or Business Technology Platform. So what that does is keeps them unique, allows them to personalize and customize. And we talked about, reducing the number of customizations even required. And now anytime that they need to do a regulatory, legal, or functionality update to the core ER application, there's not all those extra hang-ons in there that you need to test and everything else. So we're finding customers given the ability to stay more current, take upgrades all the time, and making sure they're on the latest and greatest functionality. The future of SAP and ERP is, think about it this way. ERP delivered as a cloud service. So that encompasses so many things. So as a cloud service, we're using the cloud for its innovation and technology that we want. Having access to large data sets, having the scalability and of the infrastructure to be able to run processes and then bring it back down to what we want, the flexibility of it. So we're helping customers do that by delivering SAP S/4HANA as a cloud ERP. Put your customizations in the BTP layer underneath it with your extensions, everything else, to go for what we call a clean core. So you have the nimbleness, agility, flexibility to change your business models, do something else, get an upgrade, what you want to do, stay current on technology, bring things in a subscription manner, no longer big, capital assets in hardware and software, and really having the nimbleness and flexibility to take advantage of things. So everybody wants to do AI. SAP is going to do AI. SAP is going to do AI in the context of business processes in a responsible, reliable way to do that. But when you want to do AI with external sources or external data, you're going to need to be on that infrastructure that allows, as I said, access to large data models, scalability and infrastructure for processing speed and all that stuff. So we see, the future is just cloud delivered ERP as a service to work in that composable environment to help run sustainable enterprises going forward. So I talked about enterprises transforming from large legacy on-premise solutions to cloud-based solutions, cloud solutions delivered as a service. S/4HANA is not new. It's been around since 2015, and we've gotten great adoption with it. The customers who haven't adopted yet are typically the ones that have very, very large and very, very complex on-premise legacy environments. And when we go in to talk to them to make this change to be an agile, sustainable environment, there's a lot of work to, and especially around custom code and data management. But, the benefit of partnering with someone like smartShift is we can take that custom code down to a standard practice and a very easable service for the customers to say, how much of it do you need? How much of it is standard? And the stuff that you do need for custom and unique and differentiability, we can help you package it up and move it into the cloud layer and take that first step towards a clean core. So we've got great success doing that, and I want to do it more. And really the advice is transforming your organization is, to a cloud-based environment is a big project. No one's going to say it's not. But we have tools and services and partners to help manage some of those big rocks and the big, concerns to make them more manageable, to make you agile and make you flexible and give you that sustainable environment we talked about.
The Sandbox Video Podcast was brought to you by smartShift, the global leader in intelligent automation for SAP transformations.